Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, the podcast that's about everything Star Wars. That was a great intro. I loved it. This is what we look like.
I guess this is what we look like.
Yeah. So, I'm Dallin, of course. This is Jay.
Hey, guys.
And this is Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
And, as you can see, we have a whole setup here now. We got professional lighting. It's...
We're not professional.
No, we're not professional at all. But you know, it looks really cool in here right now. You know?
For a little makeshift set.
Set in the basement?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. So, today we have some very good news. Well, actually, some bad news.
And some not so good news.
Yeah, some not so good news. Right. Which is not always fun. So, we're going to change things up, and Jay's going to start reading off the topics.
All right, we'll start with news from around the galaxy. And topic number 1, Lucasfilm and director Colin Trevorrow have parted ways for episode 9. So, what are our initial thoughts on this?
So wait, does this mean he's not directing episode 9?
That's what it means.
Oh, man. Because I was so from the interviews that we heard from him, I was so excited to see what he was coming up for the movie.
Right. And I know in their brief statement that Lucasfilm put out, it just says that they have different visions going forward for the project. So it sounds like maybe they just didn't agree with the writing that Colin Trevorrow had submitted, or it could be any number of things.
Yeah, maybe Colin Trevorrow had something going on in his life.
Yeah, you
just couldn't do it.
Never know.
You know, but you know, I hope that they find another director soon for this movie because, you know, Last Jedi just ended, so they got to start, you know, working on the 9th movie pretty soon. You'd think.
Right. Well, production was supposed to start in January, so I bet they're still slated to start in January. There's a lot of good directors out there. I like Colin Trevorrow, the things he's done. Jurassic World, I really like that movie. I hadn't seen his recent movie, Book of Henry, which didn't get a lot of rave reviews, but it was sort of a passion project from him, and I don't think those, directors do those projects because they want to do them, not because they want people to, really rave about it necessarily. They want people to like it, but they don't need people to like it.
I could see, Book of Henry being like a cult classic type of movie.
Eventually?
Yeah, not many people know about it, but the few that do really like it, and
Yeah, well, I'm not overly surprised. I mean, they've had him as the director for how long now? 2 years?
Yeah.
Or a year and a half?
They pretty much had the slate of directors set. Once they knew J.J. Abrams was going to do it, they announced Rian Johnson for episode 8, and they announced Colin Trevorrow for episode 9. I mean, they pretty much knew 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think that's almost too long to sit there and try to think about a movie and how you want to shoot the movie and how you want to do the movie, and then you have to just wait and wait and wait and wait, and eventually you're just gonna,
Right, especially since stories evolve.
Yeah.
Through the storytelling of J.J. Abrams, and then Rian Johnson told his story.
Yeah.
And so maybe with where Rian Johnson left off,
it's not where Trevorrow wanted to go. With what he wanted to do. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's just the constraints, and he's a creative guy and a director, and one thing Star Wars is very creative, but it's also can be very restrictive on what you can and cannot do.
Right.
So, if he had things that he wanted to do, and they told him, sorry, you can't do that because it affects this, this, and this in the storyline because everything Star Wars is all connected.
Yeah.
It's like one ginormous story.
Right, and like we were talking earlier, it's a story that's still continuing to be, written. It's not like a story that's been written by J.R.R. Tolkien, like
Lord of the Rings
and Hobbit. That story has been written, so you can do adaptations off that story.
Yeah.
This story is
constantly evolving.
Right. It's moving forward. It's constantly in motion.
Yeah, so it's hard. I can see where a director could get frustrated with it because you want to do a bunch of this stuff that you think is going to be really cool, and then it's like, can't do it because it's going to affect this and this.
Right.
This is going to affect this comic book or this book.
Yeah.
Or this cartoon that's coming out in 2 years or whatever. And it's just, I can see where it could be very constraining on a creative mind. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I, for one, wish Colin Trevorrow the best of luck in all his future endeavors.
Oh yeah.
I'll continue to watch his movies.
Yeah, totally. I just hope that they get. I mean, I'm sure they will, but I just hope that they get someone really good to direct episode 9.
Right. I'm sure there's a big long line of people that want to direct a Star Wars movie, but
it has to be the right fit, though.
Their resume.
It has to be the right fit.
Yeah. Speaking of Lucasfilm being a little bit restrictive,
right? Our next story kind of segues right into that. Lucasfilm is not allowing authors to write stories that are set after the Battle of Jakku, so pretty much that time period immediately after Return of the Jedi. And I think it's because they have something in store, either TV-wise or movie-wise.
That's the only
for
thing,
that time.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
No, I was surprised about this because I was like, wait a minute, I'm reading through the Phasma book right now. And I was thinking, does that take place before Jakku? And it does, which I didn't expect. I thought it was going to be...
it does take place
before Jakku. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know it took place before Jakku. So Jakku happens a lot later than I thought it did, apparently.
Yeah, I've read Lost Stars, but I'm not entirely sure of... And that sort of ends at the Battle of Jakku.
Yeah.
Where the Battle of Jakku starts. And I've read that book, and I'm just not quite sure how long after Return of the Jedi that was. I'd have to go back in and check it out and see.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going through Phasma right now. I read like the first 4 chapters. If you are a Star Wars fan, pick this book up. You need it. You will love this.
I have it. I just haven't started reading it.
I need to pick it up.
So good.
I'm slacking.
So good.
But come back to the story about the Battle of Jakku. It's got to be either a cartoon series, a live action series on Netflix would be cool, or somewhere.
They have to have
like
something big planned, big in
a
store.
Saving Private Ryan type of movie or something.
If they're
or
trying
even
to
a movie,
block,
yeah.
If they're trying to block off that time frame,
from people
they
to be able
have
to
something
do stuff.
either cinematic or television or animated, something in that realm.
Netflix, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, something.
I'm hoping, because that would be really cool.
Like a Band of Brothers type of
like
Netflix series.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Series, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right, let's go on to the next one. We have Mark Hamill himself says that The Last Jedi is not about Luke.
This doesn't surprise me at all. It's supposed to be about Rey's story. It's Rey's story.
It's Rey's and Kylo Ren's story.
Right.
And Finn's and Poe's. It's the new generation.
Yeah.
Right. It is a passing of the baton.
Yeah.
I think that's where this story is going to do from the old characters to the new characters, even more than Force Awakens did. I think this is going to further pass that baton. By the time we get into episode 9, it's going to be all about Rey, Kylo, Poe, Finn, and those characters.
Yeah.
Luke might even die in this movie.
Die.
This one?
Ugh.
God, that would suck.
Oh, God.
I hope not. I hope he at least makes it to 9 and then sort of like winks himself out of existence like Obi-Wan and Yoda.
And Yoda did.
Yeah.
Maybe he's fighting.
Maybe
he's fighting Snoke. Yeah.
Yeah, and he can wink himself out of existence to make Rey stronger.
His robes fall to the ground.
We'll see.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised at all either that it's not about Luke. It shouldn't be about Luke. It should be about Rey and Kylo's story and Luke's ability to help train her.
It's like, saying, if this was Luke's story, then that's like saying, New Hope was totally Obi-Wan's story.
Yeah.
Like that.
We already have Luke's story.
I think this will kind of sort of put a bow tie on Luke's story.
Oh, yeah.
Put an end, sort of like finalize it.
I'm sure it'll give us a conclusion.
Yeah.
To his story.
All right, let's go on to the next one. We have the Resistance and the First Order have revealed their capital flagships. Yeah. This is one of my favorite topics. The Resistance ship is named the Raddus, and if any of you are Rogue One fans, you want to know whose name that comes after.
Yeah.
General Raddus.
Yep. And the Supremacy is the First Order's
So there's a
ship,
Supremacy.
which is absolutely enormous.
Yeah.
It's like a sideways... It's like, okay, so it's like a Star Destroyer, right? Yeah, a Star Destroyer. Smush it. like squish it.
It's grab it and stretch it out is what it is.
Yeah,
grab the edges.
Well, like, squish it and then stretch it.
And then stretch it out and then squish the nose in.
Yeah. That's basically what it looks like.
Looks like a stealth bomber.
Yeah, it does.
To
That's
me.
exactly what it looks like.
It looks
it's a stealth
really
bomber.
cool.
Yeah.
I really like the design.
But the size of it's enormous. I mean, it's going to be big enough where you could dock Star Destroyers
60
on it.
kilometers in length.
Yeah, that's like, what, three
40.
Mount Everests.
That
Or
is
something
3
like that, or
million.
more.
Like, I
Maybe
love-
even
some
more.
miles or something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how big it is.
I know, like a lot of
There's the back of it. Look at all those engines. Like, how many engines there are on the back.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you could dock a Star Destroyer underneath this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Oh,
If not
yeah.
more than one.
probably a
easily.
superstar destroyer.
Destroyer. Yeah, it's
It
huge.
says, the Supremacy is the Central Command headquarters for the First Order's fleet, serving dual purpose as a massively scaled battleship. This colossal ship not only carries stormtroopers into battle, but it also harbors ships and can build and fix ships on board.
Okay, so it's just like it's like the Death Star but squished out.
It's like a mobile base.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
giant mobile base.
Right. It looks cool.
It looks cool.
And I like the Radis too. It looks like a calamari ship or
Yeah, definitely looks like a Mon Calamari
Now,
ship or
it's
definitely a rebel ship.
definitely
yes.
smaller. It's only 3 kilometers in length.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's tiny compared to
the
the Supremacy.
Yeah, well-
to the Supremacy.
like usual though. The the First Order Empire, whatever, is huge, and the rebels are always got their small little stuff that they got to use.
Yeah.
And you also notice that all the rebel stuff for the most part is really smooth, and kind of especially their big ships are very smooth and very
And,
then everything else is angular and sharp edges and
Yeah.
looks dangerous.
yeah, everything from the Empire is very angular.
Yeah, and even the First Order has all angular and sharp edges.
Right.
So it says the Radis is a heavy cruiser retired from being used as part of the home fleet for the New Republic. This ship was then designed to be less crew intensive, eliminating unnecessary system and computerization, making it an important resource for the Resistance cause. So
Right.
there you go. You have a little bit of trivia there.
Yeah, and I just love learning about the new ships and stuff. It's one of my favorite things about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the vehicles and
Yep.
yeah, not just the characters, but the stuff that they just create is just
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, it's like you gotta wonder where some of their ideas for like ship designs come
Right.
from.
Well, I know where some of them came from.
Right.
Like the Millennium Falcon was a hamburger,
Oh yeah,
and
And
Slave One,
Slave One
was,
was a lamp.
a street lamp.
Street lamp.
light.
Yeah.
That's where that came from. So there's some of them you kind of know where they came from. Other things I don't know.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next story. Empire magazine came out this week and features 2 Last Jedi covers. And the first one with just the 2 hands is just... I love this cover with Rey's hand and Luke's, like,
Mechanical hand,
mechanical hand.
android hand.
Look like they're
whatever.
passing the lightsaber to Luke.
Well, is that what
If-
is happening,
okay.
or did Luke hand it back to her
Right.
and she's grabbing it and pulling it back from him?
Right.
So you don't
It's
know.
sort of that, like, pass the baton thing I was talking about
Yeah.
earlier.
It's
you
kind
know?
of that ambiguous image, like you know, those what do you see? Do you see a woman or a witch? Like a young
Right.
woman or a beautiful young woman or an ugly old hag? What is she doing? Is she pulling it away from him, or is she giving it to him?
Yeah,
You can't
Right.
tell.
you don't know.
And so-
In my interpretation is she's taking it back from him after he's looked at it and goes, "Yeah, it's
you go.
yours now."
Right.
or you shouldn't have come here, or
Yeah.
something.
I don't know.
Now, I'm gonna humor you for a second, Jay. If she is a Skywalker, do you think she'll suffer the same fate as her as her previous?
Will she lose a limb?
Will she lose a hand?
Will she lose a limb?
She might lose an arm.
Will she lose that right hand?
It's sort
Yeah.
of a tradition
The
throughout Star Wars-
Skywalkers.
throughout the Star Wars
Yeah.
movies.
For the Skywalkers
For the
it is.
Skywalkers, yep. Anakin lost
No, Leia's never lost one, but
more than one arm. And Luke, obviously,
Yeah.
lost an arm. So we'll see.
Anakin lost both his legs too.
yeah, Anakin lost a lot.
It's all the torso and the head. That's it. That's all that's left. And then you have this one. Yeah, well, you have 2 of these. So
Well, these are the posters
yeah, the official posters.
that also came out this week.
So you got that one. I really like this one.
The face-off between... I mean, it's not an actual shot. It's like 2 shots
Yeah,
you know,
squished together.
seamed
You
together.
can definitely tell by the background.
Right.
Yeah. He's on like the First Order ship. She's on Octo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a cool image.
What's funny is which one's the last Jedi, or either of them are going to be a Jedi, or is Luke the last Jedi, or
right. Yeah,
there's so many questions. Can't wait for this movie. Come on.
Yeah, I think Luke is definitely going to be the last Jedi.
I think so too. But which one of these is going to be the good one, and which one's going to be the bad? You still don't really know in the end.
Yeah.
Well, right now
it's Kylo's the bad guy, and Rey's the good.
I mean, you don't kill your father and maintain your good status.
He's a good guy.
I think.
Yeah.
The protagonist and antagonist, and then you have this one, which looks like an old school. It's kind of like harkening back to the '80s, posters.
Right, just not
back in the days.
Not the hand painted one though. This is more like a Photoshop version of that. But
with some kind of painted
all of the
textures,
all of the characters involved, and one guy that's not in there. I don't see Snoke.
I don't see Hux.
I don't see Hux.
Nope. The only really bad guys you see is Phasma and the troopers, and then Kylo.
And this guy who's in the front just like, hey.
He's one of those executioner stormtroopers.
I like calling them melee troopers.
I think that's a cooler name. They should have gone with the melee troopers. I like that better.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Troopers, but...
And unless they're doing executions.
Yeah.
Like guillotine style.
Yeah.
Axe.
Like putting the head over the bucket and chopping their head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Star Wars will go there.
Yeah, it's a very cool poster, though.
Rey definitely front and center.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely her story.
Yep. We're definitely. I mean,
it's even. I think if you look at this, I mean, you try to. I'll be one of these people that does this. I'm going to interpret everything about this poster. It's definitely Rey is the star of the movie. Your next two, your next three are Poe, Rey, or Poe, Finn, and Kylo. And then Leia and Luke are a little bit further in the background, and then you have
Rose.
You have all the supporting cast of Rose,
Chewbacca,
the First Order troopers, C-3PO, R2-D2, BB-8, Phasma. Those guys are all more peripheral characters, but your front person is definitely Rey.
And I love how you still get the Falcon in there, because the Falcon is basically a character now.
Oh, it is.
I mean,
it's got its own personality and everything. Right. It doesn't want to work when Han always wanted it to work.
Yeah. Right. Now, one thing I find interesting in this picture, I mean, I'm going to be like Ryan, just interpreting everything, but usually you have the bad guys with the black background and the good guys with the white background. Yeah. But in this one, it's completely different.
We also notice Finn is kind of put over into the bad guy category for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you read something into that. Right. I don't know. He's facing the same way as Kylo, but so is Princess Leia, and she's not bad.
Well, yeah, but like she's more towards the middle. The middle. Yeah. Right over there. And
whereas Finn is definitely right on. So is the Millennium Falcon.
Maybe that could be like him being like he was once part of
side. That side, yeah, maybe. you're definitely interpreting a lot. But,
yeah.
Right? That's the fun about Star Wars.
It's always fun to speculate.
Try to figure things out.
It's always fun to speculate.
Yeah, because speculating about a poster is not going to ruin anything about the movie for you.
Nope.
No.
Usually, because you're going to be wrong 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Almost every time. I'm completely wrong.
And the things you are right about, well, it's obvious, right?
Yeah, it's a little more obvious.
Mm-hmm. Right, so next story up, we have Ron Howard sends us another tweet from the Han Solo film. And this one, I like the sepia tone of this one, sort of the black and white.
Yeah.
It makes the picture look gritty and the set look, like it's
this guy's having way too much fun with it.
What does he say? Behind the scenes in a dark and strange new corner of a galaxy. Man, # untitled Solo movie.
Yeah, he's having way too much fun with this.
Yeah, it's just cool to see.
I think that's Aldrich right there, maybe.
I don't know if that's Alden or I can't tell.
There's a bunch of stage hands.
Bunch of hands on this set.
Bunch of back scene people, which are, thank goodness they're there because they make the movies just as much, almost as much as the actors themselves do.
Yeah.
I mean, without those people, you're not making movies.
Nope.
That's why, kudos to those guys.
These guys up there. Wonder what they're like doing,
They might be fixing a piece of the set up there because that looks like a piece of set back there. That big giant, like round object in the back.
Right, almost looks like one of the ventilation things that Luke slides into.
Luke fell into, on
Bespin.
On Bespin.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't even think of that, but yeah,
that's what it looks like.
It looks like, I don't know. It looks like the same junk planet that they were on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that with the burnt up speeders and stuff.
Could it be Lothal? not Lothal. Lotho.
Lotho?
Lotho.
The junk planet?
Lotho Minor, yeah.
Lotho Minor, the junk planet?
That might be.
Not
Lothal.
No, not Lothal, where Ezra's from.
Yeah.
From Rebels.
Lotho Minor.
Lotho Minor, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, but Ron Howard's just having way too much fun with these tweets.
Well, it's a great promotional way, though. It's free.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost anything. Everybody picks them up and freaking puts them out on websites and everywhere else.
Everybody talking about it.
It gets everybody talking about it.
Right.
I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, everybody's talking about it. If you're not a huge Star Wars fan, you're probably not. You have no clue. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you found it at some point and you looked at it and you speculate about what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So another Han Solo update is we have Paul Bettany joins the cast.
He's one of my favorite, not big name actors, but he's not a huge name, but he is like one of the best character actors.
Yeah, his role in Knight's Tale
as Chaucer
was so good,
awesome.
So good.
Yes, and then I loved him in Priest.
Yeah, and he's great as Vision.
Vision, and the
you think
Marvel universe.
You'll get that deep posh British accent.
A lot of the speculation is that he's replacing that other actor who couldn't come back for the reshoots.
Oh, yeah.
That was my guess too. Maybe he's taking over that alien role.
Right.
That I can't think of the guy's name. Sorry.
Watch the previous episode.
Watch the previous episode to see who that guy was.
Yeah, because we talk about him.
That would make sense since he's a late add-on, and that means he's probably going to have a minor role.
Yeah, I don't think his role will be huge, especially since he's coming in at this stage.
Maybe
I think he's basically coming in to do those reshoots for that character.
He might be coming in as a fan. He wants to be in the Star Wars universe, so he's going to, hey, if I get a chance, I'm going to jump at it.
Did he pop his head in and he's like, I heard there's a new
maybe
spot open.
Yeah, maybe he contacted Ron Howard there and went, hey, you know what? Maybe you can really fit me in as that role.
Yeah,
I don't even care what it is. I just want to be in it.
He could probably be like Simon Pegg's character in Force Awakens. What is his name?
Unkar Plot.
Unkar Plot. He didn't have that big of a role, but it was still Simon Pegg in there.
It was a way bigger role than Daniel Craig's role.
Oh yeah,
as a stormtrooper. You couldn't even see his face. I mean, I guess you couldn't really see.
I think
Simon Pegg's face really either.
No.
He was on Plot. You could hardly tell. But the voice I could tell.
I do think that Daniel Craig just loved being.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah, he's like, just put me in as a stormtrooper.
Sure. As long as I have a couple lines, and he had some lines.
Yep. I'll tighten those restraints.
It'd be interesting to see if there's some more people like that in this next movie, where they're just, maybe they're just stormtroopers, but
I'm sure there will be.
They'll just stick them in there.
I'm sure there will be.
Oh yeah.
Our last story for News Around the Galaxy is all about Rebels Season 4. We get a release date of October 16th, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And we got a new trailer, which was absolutely fantastic.
Definitely look at the trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to our trailer. Go to our Facebook page.
Definitely check out the trailer.
We have the trailer up on there that you can link to. We have a link to it.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that the trailer might have given away too much.
A little too much?
Right. Because there was so much action. It was so packed full of stuff in this trailer.
We have
there was a lot in it.
You have Sabine. Well, I mean, a lot of the people are really excited about Hera and Kanan's relationship finally coming full circle.
Yeah.
Because you always saw them. Obviously were in that kind of relationship with each other, but they always just hugged. Or just called each other, like love, like Hera would call Kanan love every once in a while. But that was it. That was all you got from it, and you never really, fully understood their relationship. And I think you're gonna be able to fully see what their relationship is like in this season.
Right, and that's a cool part. I mean, we got Sabine and
with the Mandalorians, and her aunt. Her mom maybe. I don't know. I don't know if
the relationship there.
I don't know if Satine's sister is her mom or aunt or I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out.
And then we get Ezra, saying, maybe we're not fighting the right way.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. Maybe we're not doing it right. So just is he going to go to the dark side, and are him and Kanan going to have to end up fighting it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because who's not making it out of Season 4? Who do you think is gonna? Because There has to be definitely some people.
I don't think Kanan's gonna make it.
I think Sabine might die.
I don't think Sabine. I
think
think there's
you think
room for
not?
her later.
I think Kanan and Ezra might both have to die.
Or at
Just
least,
because there's,
or at least go like missing, where it's kind of ambiguous.
yeah, and you don't know what happened
What
to him.
happened to
maybe.
him.
But I think Kanan for sure is probably gonna die. It's not
I
gonna
think-
it's not gonna be ambiguous. It's gonna be he's dead.
I think Zeb.
I think Zeb's gonna go back to his home planet and
and
I've had enough. I can't do it anymore.
yeah.
I don't see him.
May-
I don't see him quitting.
But like
that.
what? Like maybe
You
after Kanan's death, he's like,
Maybe
no.
And
like,
also,
you know.
I also don't know where they're going to end this series too. Is it going to
Yeah,
be
like-
Is it going to be when you see the ghost in Rogue One flying over?
I thought I heard Dave Filoni say that it's not going to tie quite that close.
That close. So if that's true, then you know that more than likely Hera survives this whole cartoon.
Well, yeah,
'Cause she's
like-
probably flying the ghost
And Chopper.
But like,
at Scarif.
the problem is, right? Like, okay, so you know, just so you guys know for some perspective or whatever, Ryan and I have not watched all of season 3 yet.
No, just started it today.
We just started it today. So, but like, to me right now, maybe they clear some things up in season 3. But like, I heard that this season is only going to be 15 episodes long.
Yeah, so it's kind of a short season, which I was kind of disappointed in.
Same here. But like, there just seems to be so many loose ends. I don't know why, but it feels like it's not complete, you know? Maybe I just need to watch the rest of season 3 to actually get that, but like, you know, it just feels like they're ending it a bit too soon. I wish maybe like another season after this one, and then they
I don't know, because they're getting so close to the events of Rogue One
Yeah.
that they can't have any overlap.
Yeah.
It has to end before
Yeah.
Rogue One.
As long as Hondo
Survives, yep, that's all
I'm good. He's
Yep.
one of my favorite side characters in Clone Wars
Dude,
and in this.
If
Rebels.
Rex dies, then that's gonna be sad.
It'll
Rex
be interesting
might-
to see if we see Hondo
in season 4. Yeah.
We're going to get a lot of Thrawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Really interesting to see if Thrawn makes it through season 4.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I don't. Man, there's too many people that I don't want to die, but I have a feeling are going to.
I have a feeling it's going to be a fairly somber
ending where there's a lot of people
to this,
passing on.
to Rebels.
By the way, we realized that Ryan Jordan and I, our sister Jordan, realized that Ezra is the exact same age as
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia and Luke, and was born on the exact same day.
Yeah.
On
Empire Day.
Oh, and yeah.
Yep, they were so like that's pretty interesting how they were all three of those characters were born at the exact same
time.
day. Yeah, like
Exact same day.
Yeah.
and same year too.
And all ended up pretty much orphans. I mean, raised by somebody else.
Yeah.
Because Ezra lost his parents young.
Yep.
And
Luke
had he had Uncle Owen Emperor. He didn't have parents.
Then Leia thought
Leia thought she had parents.
she thought Organa was.
Bail Organa.
They both had adoptive parents, and sort of the Ghost crew kind of adopted Ezra.
Yeah.
Which I love the relationship of the Ghost crew. Like
it's like a family.
They feel like a real family, and it's just great.
It's the 3 siblings.
Yeah.
Well, 4.
Actually, 4
if you throw a Chopper in there.
Yeah, you have Sabine, Zeb, Ezra, and Chopper, who always
always bickering and fighting.
And then you have
mom
Hera.
and dad.
Yep, Hera and Kanan we'll turn this ship around.
Don't make me stop this ship.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm loving this series.
Yeah, and I'm glad it's coming out like a full 2 months before the movie, so I'll have time to. Well, unfortunately, I have to watch it on Disney Channel, which means commercials or fast forwarding through commercials, and that just breaks the flow of the show.
It does.
It's amazing watching it on on the Blu-ray. It's just like so seamless, and it flows so much better.
Yeah, you can get more into it.
Yes, it's a little harder to get into when there's commercials.
Now the thing that
even when I can fast forward through the commercials, it still breaks my flow.
Right, you
Back
still have
when-
that moment where you can't watch it.
Yeah, back when Clone Wars was out, they had the pleasure of being a late night show. It was shown more later at night.
Yeah.
So it was pretty nice because that means there weren't as many commercials as usual as in the daytime.
Right.
So like that didn't break the flow that much, and I just kind of wish that Rebels was the same way.
I'm hoping whatever they do next for the animated series, because there's going to be something. I'm sure there's going to be another animated series. I'm hoping that they can go. It'd be nice if they could go maybe a little more PG-13ish.
Well, I mean that's what Clone Wars did.
Was it considered PG-13 or was it just PG?
I don't know. You saw heads getting lopped off.
True. I mean, maybe even a little darker, but I like to see it on something like a Netflix. I know they're trying to pull all their stuff off Netflix and start their own Disney Channel or whatever, live streaming or streaming channel. I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish they would collaborate with Netflix on something.
Hello, Marvel. Like all the Defenders and all that.
Well, they're going to keep that on Netflix.
Just put Star Wars since it's its own. Since Star Wars and Lucasfilm is its own company, even though they are, with Disney. I think they could do.
I don't know this to be 100% fact, and I'm sure it's actually not 100% fact.
But they're going to make their own streaming channel?
But I heard they're making their own streaming channel, but I think it's mostly for their kids. Disney properties.
Their kids, yeah.
I.e. Lion King.
Okay, so...
Aladdin.
Cinderella.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Like, those Disney-produced movies.
Okay. And maybe some Disney Channel
like
stuff.
Marvel-produced Disney movies will still be able to work with Netflix on stuff. Lucasfilm produced Disney movies could still possibly get to work with Netflix on stuff. I think they're just going to try to put all of their... Because they have so much, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
All of their television series that aren't on anymore, Hannah Montana and all those, they could put those on streaming.
True.
There's Sweet Life of
so
Zack and
many.
Cody. Yeah,
there is tons that they could put on that streaming for that. Yeah, but I'd like to see I'd just like to see something even more darker than than Clone Wars.
Right, somewhere where Netflix would be willing to go, but the Disney streaming channel
definitely because that's exactly
they
what
just
Marvel
couldn't do it in my opinion.
That's exactly what Marvel did. Like I don't think any of the Marvel movies, Disney, Marvel produced Disney movies will ever go
rated R
to that Defenders level.
Yeah, Defenders and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, all that stuff's definitely rated R.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So, but that's what I like to see is maybe even I like to see an animated series too go to the to the PG-13 level,
right?
On a cartoon, I think it would be cool. Like some of the cool animes out there that are PG-13 or TVMA, they're for mature audiences. They can make some really cool Star Wars stuff in that. Not for children. I understand Lucas's vision was always to get the kids. And that's a good thing to do is grab the kids.
Oh yeah, you can do that with the movies.
But you have to keep the adults.
You have to keep the adults too, and this is a good way I think to do that is to go with a little bit more adult-oriented cartoon or adult-oriented
TV show,
live action.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can definitely get the kids with the movies, but like with the shows. More catered to the more mature audience.
Well, no, but that's the
and you could still make some kid-friendly shows.
Oh yeah, the opportunity is there to grab the kids, the younger generation, with more of the movies, maybe a few of the things. But as they get older, they're going to want something that's a little harder core content, and that will be there for them
already.
And they'll be way luckier than I am because I'm waiting for it, and it'll already be there, and they can just binge watch the heck out of it.
Right? They could just seamlessly transition when they turn 13. Bam, they have a ton more movies to watch when they, and then when they get older.
Yeah. And then once you get 18,
or where you TV shows, whatever.
Yeah, you could even get into the mature audience stuff if you wanted to.
So
I understand that Lucas always kind of wanted to make it more of a PG kind of his company was more of a PG company. Everything he did was there's no anything in any of these movies really.
Yeah.
So, but I understand that. But it'd be nice to see it evolve even more. I mean, I'm not looking for Game of Thrones type stuff here, people. I'm looking for,
heads getting lobbed off.
Yeah, I'm not looking for the nudity stuff.
No, but
I'm looking for just a little more edgy,
gory,
a little darker, a little grittier.
Yeah.
More serious.
Right,
a little more adult, just a little more adult oriented for my generation.
Yeah.
Which I still love all the movies. So.
All right. That wraps up news from around the galaxy.
That actually brought up a really good discussion. I like that. That was good.
Let's move on to Tashi Toy Station.
Yep.
Now, last Friday was Force Friday. So, what did we come home with?
Well, you guys can start. I have to do
okay. Well, I got most of the 3.75 inch figures. So the only ones I know, there's a Yoda out there somewhere because I've seen a picture of the packaging. I don't know where it's at. Haven't seen it in my neighborhood.
Right.
But I've gotten all of the. I got Rey. I got Poe. I got Finn. I got. Is there a BB-8? I can't remember. I have to go look at my stuff.
Right. We got so
I got
much.
So much stuff. I got all the Hot Wheels, but I'm missing Captain Phasma, the single pack. Now they finally put her in a single pack. I couldn't find a good enough package. I'm anal that way. It's got to be a good package. I found two, and they were both had big giant whammos in them, so I left those. There's still a ton out there I could go get, but I just I'm letting people buy stuff for Christmas for me, so I don't have to buy it myself.
Right, leaving some stuff open.
I gotta leave some stuff open for Christmas, otherwise nobody has anything to buy for me.
I myself didn't pick up a whole lot Force Friday. Of course, we went to Toys R Us, the local Toys R Us.
They
got in line, got a sweet poster.
Met some pretty cool people.
Talked to a couple cool people in line. That's what one of the most fun things to do anyway, is just while you're sitting there in line, just strike up some conversations with your fellow line mates,
your fellow Star Wars fans, and everybody there's a Star Wars fan.
Right, so we got a cool poster for being in line. We also got T-shirts.
Some really cool T-shirts.
So Funko Pop T-shirts.
I think
for free.
I don't have one. I have my Rogue One on.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
similar to that one.
It's similar to this.
It's a Last Jedi one.
It's a pop, figure T-shirt.
Yep. Really cool. So actually, at Toys R Us, I didn't purchase anything.
No, I picked up a few of the 3.5.
It's when we went to Walmart after we left Toys R Us that I bought a couple of things.
We cleared out the
I pretty much wiped out the 3.75 figures.
And then I had to go back the next morning at 6 a.m. because I went in at midnight to those two, and then I had to go 6 a.m. to
a different Walmart.
To a different Walmart to finish off my collection. And our sister Jordan got her Thrawn and the Black Series Thrawn and the Black Series Hera. And then she actually went out the same day again, went into Walgreens and found a Kanan that was made quite a while ago that was still on the shelf in the Walgreens. So sometimes you have to go to those obscure places like the Walgreens or the GameStops or to find some of the stuff that you can't find because everybody else has just bombarded Targets and the Walmarts and the Toys R Us's.
Right, they've wiped out the big box stores.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to go to the small ones. Walgreens sometimes they can
have some shocking. They get some exclusives.
They get some exclusives too. Yeah. So I mean. It's amazing. I found the vintage back 6-inch figure of Obi-Wan Kenobi that I've been looking for forever on the vintage card back, and it's I found everything but him, Han Solo, and R2-D2. I was still looking for Han Solo and R2-D2, but I found the Obi-Wan Kenobi at a Walgreens of all things.
Right, and also a good place to check is GameStop.
And grocery stores.
Yeah.
The bigger grocery stores.
The larger grocery stores.
Like King Soopers.
Yep, around our area.
It's a King Soopers, back east, who knows, Kroger's
Kroger,
or whatever.
or Marshall.
Piggly Wigglies or whatever you guys have back over in the other areas of the country.
Costco.
But some of the larger...
Costco has them or not.
No, I think they have a toy section, but I haven't been in a Costco in a while. But I know that, the bigger grocery stores also have small toy sections that usually get some, they get the figures and they're not usually pillaged real quick.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I was looking for Captain Phasma from the Force Awakens forever, and I went into a smaller King Soopers, which is a grocery store here, and I actually found her there.
The pop vinyl.
No, not the pop vinyl.
3.75 figure.
I couldn't find that forever, and then of course after I bought her, maybe a couple months later, I started seeing them everywhere. But I was out there hunting, trying to find them. That's where I had to go to find it the first time.
So also picked up some Hot Wheels. Love the character cars that they make for the Hot Wheels. So I know you picked up some of those.
I picked up 5. I'm still missing the Phasma one.
Yeah.
I open my figures and display them on a shelf, so card backs and that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. And I didn't pick up a lot of the ones I deem that are going to be peg warmers. Like I left some pages behind. I'm gonna pick her up later. I'll get her eventually.
Rose and Paige.
Right, they'll be peg warmers.
Yeah, what's the
Hey.
That's the ones you got right
Yeah,
there.
those ones.
Yeah, these ones. Woo! Now, we were actually looking at these boxes. And how tiny they are.
Oh, yeah, they're way smaller.
They are so small.
Right, they've decreased the package size, which is good
Which is
for
great
us.
for me, because
Right.
I have limited space. So I'm loving the
Right.
packaging. The only thing I don't like about the packaging, it says nowhere on there, The Last Jedi.
Nope.
It's not on the
It says
package.
Star
It's not
Wars.
even on the back.
No, it's nowhere on
Nothing's
there.
on the back.
That's the other thing that I wish they would go back to showing you
Other figures
that you can get.
Right, like give you like that checklist.
Yes, like the old school ones had the checklist.
Right, G.I. Joe's had it. Hot Wheels used to have it. They don't make it anymore. The old Star Wars figures, they had it. The Kenner ones.
Yeah.
Had like, you could turn it over and like, oh, I still need to get this one.
Yeah.
This
You have a
one,
little
this.
checklist
Right.
on the back.
Yeah,
of
It
your
was
boxes.
basically a checklist.
I love that about them, about the old ones.
Yeah, so I got these two. And I got some other stuff here.
Yeah, Dylan got himself quite a bit of loot there.
Yeah, Down made himself a pretty good haul.
So I got my BB-9E Pop figure.
You can get that in a Hot Wheel too. I got the Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
Of that.
Right.
Now, again, I'm just wondering, like, if he's gonna play any significant role at all in the new
Who knows?
movie.
We'll just have to wait and see.
I guess and this one doesn't say Last Jedi either. So like,
None of them.
Let's stick them over here.
I guess you can just like.
Oh,
I guess the coloring kind of just tells you what movie it's from. I guess. And then I also got this guy, which is a Resistance BB unit. He is only at Walmart.
Walmart exclusive.
Yep.
Okay.
He's a Walmart exclusive.
So wait a minute. There's a different one besides.
He's a Resistance BB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not BB-8.
And
just
it's not BB-9E.
Okay.
It's just a
a
regular.
different colored BB unit.
And then I got, of course, Snoke.
Yeah. Down likes the gold robed.
I like him. He's cool. And then see, like now,
He's growing on me.
the pop figures, they have a little checklist.
Yeah. See, there's
Yeah,
a checklist on the back. Go back to that.
You can get all that you need.
I wish they'd go back to that. 'Cause
Right,
it's
so do I.
It's just so convenient.
And then I got this guy, the Praetorian Guard pop vinyl. It doesn't look as funny as it did in the pictures. Now that I have him like here, he doesn't look as bad as he
Here so people
as
can
he-
look at him
did.
for a few minutes, few seconds, and I'll pull him down.
And then I got this one. This one I didn't get on Force Friday. I got the day afterwards. Well, no, actually, no.
It was still Force Friday
Yeah, it
because
was
we
still
were out
Force
at
Friday.
midnight on Force
That's
Friday.
right. That's
it's still
right.
the same day the next morning.
So yeah, I
still
got
Friday.
Hera from Rebels. She's probably my favorite character out of the Ghost team.
She's cool.
She's really cool.
She's
I like
very
her.
level-headed. I just like her.
Yeah, I've
Like
never
her
thought
as
about
a-
who my favorite character is.
It's probably
out
a
of the Ghost
toss-up
team.
between her and Chopper.
For
That's
me,
my
it's
favorites.
Kanan.
I
For you,
think
it's
mine
Kanan?
might be Sabine or Hera.
Yeah?
I think mine's Kanan.
Yeah, is this Kanan?
I think
I mean, I love them all. I love all of them.
I love the struggle that Kanan faces. Like, not only after being blind, but before that. Like, does he really want to return to trying to be a Jedi? And
Or does he want to teach?
does he even want to? Yeah, does he want to teach somebody to do
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, is he even ready? He has that conflict of, am I even worthy of training someone else?
Right. Like,
I was never told that I was a full Jedi.
No.
Until episode 2 or season 2 where the holocron or whatever, something tells him that he's finally or is it Yoda? No. I swear I have to go
I
back
have to
and
go back and
watch
watch.
Is it Bendu?
No, there's
No.
something happens where he's like pretty much is told that he's a full Jedi now.
Oh no! It's when he's in the Jedi Temple and he has to fight the guards.
The guards, yeah. The guards
Yes.
basically tell him
Yep.
he's now
and the
a full Jedi.
and the Grand Inquisitor was a guard.
Was a guard.
Yeah. And he's like, you are now what I once was.
Yeah, so
A Jedi.
A Jedi. So I knew there was something
Yep.
in there.
Yep.
So cool. What else did you get?
This guy. My Praetorian Guard. He has all the weapons. He's got his big halberd. He's got his double-bladed staff, and then he's got his other big halberd.
We'll have to see if we can find a place for him back here behind us eventually.
Yeah, he's the same size as that Phasma back there.
Yeah.
He's the exact same size. So he's another one of these big models. I always really like these models. I know that these guys don't. really
now they're too big.
I collect them that much.
I don't have the space.
I love these
room.
guys. They're cool.
I just don't have the space.
let 'em-
Of course, I do have
Let you see 'em for a
I do
little
have a Kylo Ren that's even bigger than that though.
Right.
That's he's probably I don't know 3
And then
feet tall.
lastly, you guys probably already saw him, but lastly, I have my pride and joy, the Porg.
Yeah, now I'm one of the Porg.
It is adorable. And if you actually put him on the floor, he walks around, which is just awesome. So yeah, that's what I got for my first Friday.
Yep. I pretty much just pick up the 3.75s and the Hot Wheels. Those right now are the things I'm after.
Right, those are the things I'm after. And
I
then,
also collect the Lego sets, but I'm leaving. I keep getting yelled at by family members. You never leave anything for us to buy for you for Christmas or for your birthday. You go out and get everything before we can get it. So I told them
before it goes away.
Yeah, exactly. But I told them I'd leave all of the Hot Wheels stuff and any more of the
Forces of Destiny.
The Forces of Destiny. I have all of the ones that are currently out. But I guess Jordan was somewhere and she did see the Leia with the R2-D2. The new one. I told her, box condition matters to me, so I give her the instructions of what the buy. As long as there's not major whammos on it, I'm fine with it. There could be small little creases. Or
what about a crease on the back?
Yeah, so I'm leaving those for them to get for me and stuff like that. I'm hard to shop for because I go out and buy everything as soon as it comes out.
Right.
If I can, unless I can't find it.
That and you want to check the conditions, so it is hard for other people to buy for you.
It's hard. Yeah. Well, it's just hard for collectors in general to buy. I can't buy online. It's hard to buy online because
it is.
Unless you're buying vintage old Star Wars that have grading and they're in the lacquer, the acrylic cases, and you know that they've got a grading on them from an actual credible company.
Right.
You can buy those and know they're not going to be crap when they get to you.
Yeah.
But
it's
hard.
That's the case for everything that's bought offline. That gets shipped to your house.
Who knows how the shipping company people are going to handle it, how well it's packed.
Yeah, whenever I order a video game from offline, I'm like, please don't be damaged.
When I get it,
I don't want it to be damaged.
Yeah. All right, so our next story or topic in Tashi Toy Station is the cover for the Last Jedi Visual Dictionary has been revealed.
This thing's pretty sweet.
It is pretty cool.
It has the Praetorian Guard front and center on it.
Yeah. I don't think it shows you the full cover though, does it? Can you get the whole cover? The only pictures I've ever seen was kind of the top core.
I think you get the whole picture if you go into the.
There he is. Okay.
Is that the? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
It pops up.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's the Resistance BB unit right there.
Yeah, there's a Porg on there.
Porg.
Right. Notice on the cover, they're really not giving you anything that you haven't already seen.
Well, there's a police blaster. Apparently, there's going to be some police.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, they don't really give away too much.
No, they're not definitely not giving you a whole bunch of spoilers on the front of this cover.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out.
I'm definitely going to pick that up. I really do enjoy this book back here.
Yeah, the Galactic Map.
I need to get the visual dictionary for
Jay's head is
for The Force Awakens. I need to get that visual dictionary as well.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
the Galactic Maps one. This is a really good book. If you love Star Wars, man, pick this sucker up. It gives you more information about the planets and stuff that I never knew about.
Yeah,
right.
I had no clue that there was other beings on Endor.
Besides the Ewoks.
There's a big giant, Bigfoot-like type character or creature.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had no clue. Didn't know the Rancors lived on Dathomir. That's where they came from.
Right.
Had no clue until I read this book.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff in these auxiliary books that come out. And sort of the reference books of the movies. Mm-hmm. So our last topic is the New York Comic Con has revealed their Funko Pop vinyl exclusives.
And it's driving me nuts because one of them is one I have to have.
Right.
And that's freaking Dengar.
I really want the Boba Fett with the slave one.
Yes, that one too.
And I really want that Death Star droid.
Oh, yeah, that Death Star droid
What's really sad is I really want the Jyn Erso and her gunner disguise.
I would love a Saw Gerrera.
And I really want the the K2SO, and I wouldn't mind having that. So I'm going to have to buy
all these.
Of them. This is where these situations where I'm going to have to buy them online, or I'm going to have to look at con. We're going to be going to the Salt Lake City Comic-Con here in a couple weeks, and I'm going to see if I can see them there, because sometimes vendors have them there after they picked them up. Of course, I got to pay more, but that's fine.
Yeah, you got to pay vendors or collectors costs.
But
if you get them soon enough, they shouldn't be
too
outrageously priced. Yeah. It's if you waited till next year's Comic-Con or following years, that's when you might go.
A lot of people are talking about Dengar. They're like, holy crap, they actually made a Dengar. I can't believe so many people have asked for him and someone actually read him requesting him in the comments before the reveal today.
He's definitely a side character that most people totally forget about.
Right, but he does have like a cult following.
Yeah, he's a really cool character.
Right.
He's probably one of the... I like him as a bounty hunter because he's like the only kind of normal looking dude there.
Right.
You know,
it looks like he's seen some action.
Yeah, he's got a lot of scars and stuff on his face. His face is pretty beat up.
Yeah, I definitely want those three though. Like if I was at New York Comic-Con, I would be going after Dengar, Boba Fett, and this Death Star droid. Those would be the three.
Those are probably the three that I would covet the most.
Yeah.
And then I would go after that, and after that, then that's because you know why. That's the original movies. The other three are from Rogue One, which is a great movie, but
it is a great movie.
It's definitely
just doesn't have that like
the gravitas.
No, it doesn't. It just doesn't have the gravitas the other three characters do.
No, another $1 million word.
Those three characters. I mean, even though Dengar's, you show Dengar to
most fans,
most Star Wars, most people like just go to the movie theater on opening night.
Oh yeah, and
have a little figure of Dengar and like who's this? I bet 7 out of 10 people can't name who he is.
You have to almost be a big, super nerd fan to know who Dengar is, because they never say his name in the movie.
No.
Just like they never say Bosk, and they never
say... You almost had to have the toy to know what
they
his
never
name
say
was.
IG-88, and they never say Forloom, and they never say Zuckuss. I mean...
Right. You had to get the action figures when you were a little kid.
Or watch, what's it called?
Clone Wars.
He's in there.
Yep.
For one episode. Dengar, he's in one episode.
Or read some of the comic books. He does show up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Star Wars comic book. Him and Chewie have a face-off. It's a cover, right? It's one of the covers.
Yeah.
Chewie fighting Dengar.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so we don't have any news for gaming with Gamorreans, so I think we'll just go ahead and wrap this episode up since it's our first sort of live episode.
Hey, it's still recording at least.
I know, right?
It didn't shut off.
I heard like a beep and I got scared for a minute. I was like, oh god.
According to the camera, it's still recording.
Yeah, it's still going. So
that's good.
Yeah, this is our first ever live recording.
Well,
we always do live recordings.
Live
action recording.
There you go. A video recording
of our podcast.
We'll try to get better at it. I'm sure we
some
suck
stuff today.
I move my hands in front of my face way too much, but I'll try to work on that.
Didn't look at the camera near enough.
That's probably the other thing. I was always looking over.
I was like looking down.
I'm always looking at your screen or Dallin's screen.
I mean, that's because that's what I do when we were just doing it. Normally I would just like look down, and just kind of do my own thing.
Yeah, I got to start remembering that we have an audience looking at us now. So we got to make some visual.
Hello.
You got to have to make some eye contact every now and then.
And I'm gonna have to look back at this and like see if Ray is just cutting off my mouth or something. Because I can't tell.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like you're high enough up.
I can't tell from this angle. But yes, I hope that you all enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign and on Twitter at jbird51.
I don't do social media, so you can't find me any of those places. Yeah. You can find me right here on this podcast video cast.
At this table. This is where he lives.
Yep.
So you can find me on YouTube as well. This is actually the first time that if you go to my channel, I've never shown my face on my gaming channel. So this is the only place you're gonna be able to see my face is on this channel. So soak it in. Because I'm not showing it on the gaming one. So just go down. It's down in the description below. We're going to be starting up Yakuza 2 soon. We're going to take another step into that long series of games, and we're going to continue the legacy. So I'm excited for that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. And we will all see you guys next time.
Yes, we will. See you next time.
All right.
Hey.
Bye, guys.
Bye.